Have you ever stopped to truly question the nature of your reality? What if everything you perceive, from the chair you sit on to the screen you read from, isn't quite as it seems? This isn't the start of a science fiction novel, but an exploration of a question that has captivated philosophers and scientists for centuries. How do we know what is real, and what role does our mind play in shaping the world around us? The answers, as we'll discover, are both fascinating and far from simple. Our journey begins with the understanding that our brains are not passive receivers of information. Instead, they are active interpreters, constantly constructing a model of reality based on the sensory data they receive. Our senses, while remarkable, are also limited. They provide us with a filtered and interpreted version of the world, not necessarily an objective one. This means that our perception of reality is malleable, subject to influence and even illusion. By understanding the mechanisms by which our brains construct our world, we can begin to appreciate the subjective nature of our experiences and the profound implications this has for how we live our lives. Let's delve into the fascinating world of perception, illusion, and the very essence of reality itself. Our senses are the windows through which we experience the world. Sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. These are the tools our brains use to build a picture of our surroundings. But what if these tools aren't as precise as we believe? What if the picture they paint is more impressionistic than photographic? Consider the simple act of seeing. Light bounces off objects and enters our eyes, where it is converted into electrical signals that travel to the brain. Our brains then interpret these signals, assigning colors, shapes, and distances to create a visual representation of our environment. However, this process is not flawless. Our brains make assumptions based on past experiences and expectations, often filling in gaps or overlooking discrepancies. This is why we can be fooled by optical illusions, where our brains misinterpret visual information. These illusions highlight the active role our brains play in shaping perception, demonstrating that what we see is not always an accurate reflection of reality. The same principle applies to our other senses. Our brains constantly weave together a tapestry of sensory information, creating a cohesive narrative of our experiences. But this narrative is ultimately a construct, a model, built upon incomplete and often ambiguous data. Recognizing this inherent subjectivity is crucial to understanding the elusive nature of reality itself. Optical illusions are more than just amusing diversions. They captivate our attention and challenge our understanding of reality. They serve as powerful demonstrations of the brain's remarkable ability to construct its own reality. By tricking our senses, these illusions reveal the complex processes our brains use to interpret the world around us. Take, for example, the classic Mueller-Lyer illusion, where two lines of equal length appear to be different sizes due to the direction of arrows at their ends. This simple yet profound illusion has fascinated scientists and psychologists for decades. This illusion highlights how our brains rely on contextual cues and learned patterns to interpret visual information. Our perception is not just a direct reflection of the external world, but a complex construction influenced by our experiences and expectations. But the illusions go beyond simple visual tricks. They delve into the very nature of perception and cognition, challenging our understanding of how we experience reality. Neuroscience experiments, such as the famous rubber hand illusion, provide even more compelling evidence of the brain's capacity for perceptual manipulation. These experiments are not just academic exercises, they have real-world implications for understanding human cognition. In this experiment, participants are led to believe that a rubber hand placed in front of them is their own. The setup is simple yet profoundly effective in altering the participants' perception. This illusion is created by simultaneously stroking both the hidden real hand and the visible rubber hand. The synchronized, tactile stimulation tricks the brain into integrating the rubber hand into the body schema. Astonishingly, participants begin to experience the rubber hand as part of their own body, even feeling sensations as if it were their own. This phenomenon demonstrates the brain's incredible adaptability and its ability to be deceived by coordinated sensory inputs. This experiment reveals the plasticity of our body image and how readily our brains adapt to sensory discrepancies. It underscores the dynamic nature of our perception and the brain's role in shaping our experience of the body. The implications of these findings are profound. They challenge our understanding of self and body, raising questions about the nature of consciousness and identity. If our brains can be so easily tricked into accepting a rubber hand as part of our own body, what does this say about the reliability of our other perceptions? It forces us to reconsider the trustworthiness of our sensory experiences. The rubber hand illusion serves as a stark reminder that our experience of reality is a fragile and malleable construct, constantly being shaped and reshaped by our brains. It invites us to explore the depths of human perception and the mysteries of the mind. A simulated existence? Unpacking the Matrix. The idea that our reality might be a simulation, a highly advanced computer program designed to mimic real life, has captured the imaginations of philosophers and technologists alike. This concept, popularized by films like The Matrix, might seem like the stuff of science fiction, but some prominent thinkers such as Elon Musk have argued that the possibility cannot be easily dismissed. The simulation hypothesis rests on the premise that if technology continues to advance at its current pace, we will eventually reach a point where creating indistinguishable simulations of reality is possible. If this is the case, it's conceivable that we are already living in such a simulation, created by a more advanced civilization. While there's currently no definitive way to prove or disprove the simulation hypothesis, it raises intriguing questions about the nature of reality and our place within it. If our experiences are ultimately the product of a sophisticated computer program, what does this say about free will, consciousness, and the meaning of life itself? The simulation hypothesis, while speculative, forces us to confront the limits of our knowledge and the possibility that our understanding of reality is fundamentally incomplete. It serves as a potent reminder that the universe may hold far more mysteries than we can currently comprehend. Shadows on the cave wall. Ancient wisdom on perceived reality. The idea that our senses might deceive us, and that reality is not always as it appears, is not new. This concept has intrigued and puzzled humanity for millennia, leading to countless explorations and debates about the nature of reality and perception. Philosophers have grappled with these questions for centuries, offering profound insights into the nature of perception and the elusive search for truth. Their works have laid the foundation for much of our modern understanding of reality, challenging us to look beyond the obvious and question the very fabric of our experiences. One of the most enduring metaphors for the limitations of human perception comes from Plato's allegory of the cave. This allegory has been a cornerstone in philosophical discussions, illustrating how our understanding of reality can be limited by our sensory experiences. In this allegory, Plato describes a group of prisoners who have lived their entire lives chained inside a cave facing a blank wall. They are unable to see anything except the shadows cast on the wall by objects passing in front of a fire behind them. Their only reality is the shadows cast on the wall by objects passing in front of a fire behind them. These shadows are the only things they have ever known, and they believe them to be the entirety of existence. One day a prisoner escapes and ventures outside the cave for the first time. This journey is both terrifying and enlightening as he encounters a world far more complex and vibrant than the shadowy existence he had known. He is initially blinded by the sunlight, but gradually adjusts to see the world in all its fullness. The colors, shapes, and textures of the outside world are overwhelming, yet they reveal a deeper, more intricate reality. When he returns to the cave to share his discovery, the other prisoners, still trapped in their limited reality, refuse to believe him. They are so accustomed to their shadowy existence that the idea of a broader reality seems impossible and even threatening. Plato's allegory serves as a timeless reminder that our perceptions can be limited, and that true knowledge requires us to question our assumptions and seek a deeper understanding of the world around us. It challenges us to break free from the chains of ignorance and explore the vastness of reality beyond our immediate senses. This theme of questioning our senses and the nature of reality echoes through philosophical thought. It is a call to remain curious and open-minded, to constantly seek out new perspectives and insights. From Descartes' famous declaration, I think, therefore I am, which emphasizes the primacy of the mind, to his meditations on the nature of existence and the reliability of our senses, the quest for understanding reality has been a central theme in philosophy. To Buddhist teachings on the impermanence and illusory nature of the material world, which encourage us to look beyond the transient and seek the eternal truths that lie beneath the surface. Ancient wisdom traditions offer a wealth of perspectives on the elusive nature of reality. These traditions, spanning cultures and epochs, provide a rich tapestry of insights that continue to inspire and challenge us. These perspectives, though formulated centuries ago, remain strikingly relevant today, inviting us to look beyond the surface of our perceptions and explore the deeper mysteries of existence. They remind us that the quest for knowledge and understanding is a timeless journey, one that transcends the boundaries of time and space. The quantum quandary, where observation shapes reality. While ancient philosophers grappled with the nature of reality through reason and observation, modern science, particularly the mind-bending realm of quantum mechanics, has thrown even more confounding variables into the mix. These early thinkers laid the groundwork for our understanding, but they could hardly have anticipated the strange and counterintuitive principles that would emerge from the study of the quantum world. Quantum mechanics, the study of the very small, atoms, electrons, and the particles that make up the fabric of the universe, reveals a reality that is far stranger than anything we could have imagined. It challenges our classical notions of how the universe operates, presenting a world where particles can exist in multiple states at once, and where the act of measurement can alter the outcome of an experiment. One of the most bizarre aspects of quantum mechanics is the observer effect. This phenomenon suggests that the mere act of observing a quantum system can influence its state, a concept that defies our everyday experiences and intuitions. This principle states that the act of observation can actually influence the state of a quantum system. In other words, the observer is not just a passive entity, but an active participant in the unfolding of quantum events. In other words, particles exist in a superposition of states, a kind of probabilistic haze, until they are observed, at which point they collapse into a definite state. This collapse is not just a theoretical construct but has been demonstrated in numerous experiments, adding a layer of mystery to our understanding of the quantum world. This is famously illustrated by the double-slit experiment, where light behaves as both a wave and a particle depending on whether or not it is being observed. The experiment shows that particles can display characteristics of both waves and particles, and that the act of measurement determines which behavior is observed. This observer effect suggests that consciousness, the act of observation itself, plays a fundamental role in shaping reality at its most fundamental level. It implies that our awareness is not just a passive reflection of the world around us, but an active force that can influence the very fabric of reality. This notion challenges our classical understanding of a universe that exists independently of our perception. It raises profound questions about the nature of reality and the role of the observer in the cosmic dance. Instead, quantum mechanics suggests a more participatory universe, where the observer is not merely a passive witness, but an active participant in shaping the very fabric of reality. This participatory nature of the universe invites us to reconsider our place in the cosmos and the impact of our consciousness on the world around us. It's a concept that blurs the lines between the observer and the observed, raising profound questions about the nature of consciousness and its role in the cosmos. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of quantum mechanics, we may find that the answers to these questions lie not just in the realm of physics, but also in the exploration of our own minds and the nature of awareness itself.